Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something I bet you think about a lot. Careers. We're going to tackle that big question. Is there like a perfect career out there? One that's, just made for your personality type.
Sounds familiar.
Right. We're using this awesome article from 16 Personalities. It's called, Is There an Ideal Career for My Personality Type?
16 personalities. Classic.
For anyone who's not familiar, it's that personality test thing.
Yeah.
You get sorted into 16 types, each with its own strengths and what you might not be so good at.
Right.
So our mission is there really a perfect career match based on that? Let's find out.
The article jumps right in, actually. Challenges that idea straight away. There's something super important to remember.
You mean how people with the same personality type, they can be so different?
Exactly. They use this example. 2 adventurers. For those who don't know the 16 types, that's one of them.
Okay, so 2 adventurers.
One might be like a total mountain climber. The other's a chef, amazing cook, same type, totally different paths.
That's such a good point.
And that leads into what the article says next. It's not just about your personality type.
It's more than that. Right?
Way more. Your experiences, what you believe in, where you come from, even what's happening in your life right now. That stuff shapes what makes you happy in a job.
So personality is like one piece of a huge puzzle when you're figuring out your career, I mean.
Perfect way to put it. Now, the article's got this clever analogy to explain this even better. It's all about chocolate.
Oh yeah, the chocolate thing. That made me think.
They're like, okay, even if 90% of one personality type loves these chocolate, there's still 10% who don't.
That's true. Makes sense.
So just like chocolate, some careers might seem perfect for your type, statistically, but not everyone's going to love it. Just like with food, it's personal preference,
Totally. We all have that food we love that our friends think is weird, whether it's chocolate or a career path. But the article keeps going. It talks about willpower and how much that matters.
Fascinating, isn't it? They're saying people can totally kill ID in jobs that don't seem like a natural fit. Based on personality, I mean.
Yeah, I loved that example about the shy introvert who becomes an amazing salesperson. Doesn't seem like it would work, but...
It's about desire and hard work. Sometimes that's stronger than, starting with the perfect match.
Makes you wonder what's possible, right?
Oh, for sure. And there's another point connected to this. 16 personalities, remember. It puts people on these 4, spectrums. One of them is introvert versus extrovert.
Right.
Knowing where you are on that, it helps when you're thinking about work environments. Imagine that introvert. We were talking about them.
Yeah.
Maybe they thrive when they can build those deep relationships with clients one-on-one.
Yeah.
Instead of working a huge crowd,
Playing to your strengths.
Exactly. That's the value of knowing your type. But here's the thing. 16 personalities isn't saying this is your destiny, only do this job based on your type. It's more like, here's a roadmap, not like a rule book,
Yeah, I get it. It's about making smart choices, not like, you have to do this.
Exactly. You have the power, right?
Yeah.
You shaped your own career, focus on what you're good at, and even learn those skills that don't come easy, but you need them to get where you want to go.
That reminds me of goals. The article talks about that a lot. Just having that drive to succeed in a field, even if it doesn't seem like a perfect fit at first, that can make all the difference.
It's like they're saying, don't let your personality type box you in. Motivation and a willingness to learn, to adapt, that's huge EE.
Yeah.
Often way more important than finding the perfect match from the get-go.
Totally. And that makes me think about all those thoughts and stories they mention at the end of the article, I mean.
Oh, right.
Imagine hearing from people with your personality type about their careers, the good, the bad, the unexpected stuff. What would you be most curious about?
That's a good question for everyone listening, actually.
Yeah, for me, I'd want to know how people dealt with those times when their personality made things tough in their job.
Makes sense.
Like that shy introvert salesperson we talked about, how'd they actually nail those calls? How'd they push themselves out of their comfort zone?
Or flip it around. What about someone who loves routine, loves structure? How they find a job that's all about flexibility? Got to adapt all the time.
It'd be so cool to hear those stories.
We can learn so much from each other,
It's like a whole bunch of mentors helping you out, sharing their wisdom. That's what's so cool about 16 Personalities. It's not just about you, it's connecting with others like you too.
We're not alone on this journey, right?
Not at all. So, as we wrap up our deep dive into this article, what are the big things to remember?
The big takeaway.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, personality matters, but it's not your destiny. It's where you start exploring. It's how you look at different paths, the challenges, but it doesn't decide everything.
It's like Okay, here's your personalized guidebook. It shows you the roadblocks, the scenic routes, all based on, your personality.
Love that. It helps you make those choices, the ones that fit you, your
Yeah.
personality. And they can change too as you learn more, find new things you're passionate about.
And that takes us back to willpower. The article's big on that, right? Motivation, that willingness to learn new stuff, that can outweigh those times when your personality and the career don't seem to match up, at first anyway.
We have more control than we think, you know? Our
Yeah.
personality, it kind of nudges us in certain directions,
Hmm.
but we're the ones driving, shaping our own paths.
So cool. Anyone listening who's like, okay, I want to learn more. 16 Personalities has some awesome links at the end of the article. They've got stuff on career paths that might be a good fit, and even those thoughts and stories from other people with your type.
It's amazing. You really see all the different ways people use their personality to build a career they love.
And as always, we want to hear from you. What really clicked for you during this deep dive? What stuck with you? Anything you're still wondering about?
Keep the conversation going. Let us know.
Until next time, everyone, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, your ideal career's out there. Just gotta find it.